Okay, it's May 29th, and here, Kyle, turn around. Here are two of my gardeners that helped me do my gardening. Let me see if I can get, here's a better angle. Okay, so now you can see them both because the sun's not there. Here's the other gardener who doesn't want his picture taken, but nonetheless.
You're going to take that later on.
Yeah. There's Trout who's walking in my garden, and Tuna too. This is for you, Elaine. Now I'm going to walk outside and go over and walk to my garden, and then you can see it. Putting my shoes on. Isn't YouTube a wonderful thing? Okay, it's mostly mulched my garden, but not all the way. Here's a perennial bed that is weeded and not mulched, but weeded by Corey and Kyle. It's my rhododendrons, they're just opening. Here is another perennial bed with some annuals that I just mulched with hay. And I put annuals in that I grew. Here's a lilac bush. There's Trout in my garden. Can you get out of the garden? Come on, get out. Okay, it goes all the way down. Here's my mint bed. And here's our ugly steps that we're gonna probably replace this fall. Then here is my bleeding heart and another annual / perennial bed. And then we go the rest of the way around the house. Here's our almost dead mountain laurel. There's another bleeding heart. Here's our generator. And here's my shade garden. You can see there's forget-me-nots. And there's primrose and some stuff that hasn't come up. And there's a toad flower in there, but I don't know if it's going to beat out the, I think those are nettles. Okay, here is my strawberry bed that I just made, and then here's my raspberry bed, and there's the barn. Okay, and now we're going to go over to my vegetable garden. So we're walking through the lawn that needs to be mowed. I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, the vegetable garden is mostly mulched, but not all the way, so there are still some weeds in it, so don't be upset. Here's my other perennial bed. There's Mike's pig. And this is my herb garden that is mostly mulched with my one random sunflower. There's the rain god, who's been doing his job this year for sure. There's all my perennials that I brought from Cheryl, big lovage, and these aster things, and the sedum that I picked up off a stalk of off of the driveway in New Jersey, and there's probably about 8 billion plants from that. And there's Mike's bees. They're very happy today. Okay, and here is the south end of my vegetable garden. This end does not get a lot of sun, so there's a big hay mound, and that has potatoes in it, and some of the potatoes are growing. Oh, one's escaped. I'm gonna have to cover that one up. Okay, and then there's rows of parsnips, beets, and carrots, and underneath the landscape material is lettuce, beets for greens, and Swiss chard, and that's to keep the flea beetles off. Okay, here is my rhubarb, and I'm coming in the garden. Here are all my little broccoli things, broccoli and cabbage things next to the rhubarb. Then I have a line of pea fence for cucumbers, a line of pea fence for peas that are growing, and then behind that is red mulch with beans in it. pole beans and bush beans. Then next to that I have garlic, and there's 2 random broccolis there. There's lettuce, arugula, and radishes and Swiss chard underneath these landscape materials. And then I have corn in that big red patch, a row of carrots that I never grew enough last year that I just left for the horses this year. They're little, but they like the tops. Then some onions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of onions and scallions, and then that back thing, red thing, is eggplants and peppers, and beyond that are 2 artichokes. Okay, so now we have one more place to go. We're going there. And then you'll have seen everything in my yard except the arena. Sharon says you guys are coming this fall maybe for a visit. That'd be fine. You have your own bedrooms then because Ellie won't be here. Okay, so these red things are, this one, the closest one to us, is a squash bed that has my kaboka, summer, and 1 sweet dumpling squash. And then my tomato bed where I have way too many tomatoes, yet again, but I can't help myself. And so there's 18 of them. And that's it. So, oh, and here's my blueberry bushes. There's a little one. Wait, can you see them? Yep, they're there. A little one that you probably can't see, in the big bush in the back is a blueberry bush. So that's it. That's all you want to see, I think. I'm gonna go down and take a little movie of the horses for Jess, and then I'm gonna go inside. Okay, bye.